Right, well, thank fuck that's over, right? We're never going to have to do any of that ever again. Never engaging with any of that nonsense. Because this is a good game design. Right?
Sir? You appear to have some issues with the library here.
Oh, now you mention it. What was I saying before about A-grade writing?
Combo discombob? Is that what he said?
Something like it was a bunch of combinations of disco and combo and bobulated and words. I think the important part was the fundamental essence of extreme stress, which is an element I feel could immediately descend into like extremely on-point commentary from a writer and developer with literally any self-awareness, but I have a feeling that we're not going to find that here.
Yeah, no, Sagi saw the option to take this guy's extreme stress and was like, you know what? I think I'm good.
Can you imagine, though? Suddenly had an extreme flashback. I mean, can you? I don't know if it's fair to call it a flashback. We're talking about a game made in 2006. I'm about to relate it to a game made in like 2013, but whatever. We know what time it is right now. I am having weird flashbacks to Ni no Kuni. And, like, just weirdly high potential, completely dropped plot elements. Or, like, what if we could just, like, siphon off a guy's stress and give it to someone else? Ugh, what a waste.
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot to do with the library or at the port right now, but there's a handful of goodies and some interesting examples of writing, we'll say.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting a sense of an upcoming puzzle. Yeah, the vibes are getting laid on pretty thick.
You know, we're also going to pass on chronic fatigue. That seems like another thing that maybe we don't need right now.
If I want the fundamental essence of chronic fatigue, I'll just get it from myself, thanks.
Ah, smell all those flowers.
They call Komo the city of flowers. The fragrance carries through the whole capital.
Weren't we supposed to meet with that Corellia person?
Queen Corellia should be at the palace. It's up in the center of town. This is so exciting! I've never actually been inside.
Okay, center of town. Got it. Let's go.
Right, I guess, like, stumbling back into our actual purpose, I guess?
Well, you say that.
I mean, I do say that, and yeah, I have the strangest feeling that we're going to find ourselves caught up in some local bullshit before we get anywhere near actually being able to get anything done. Just a feeling.
Yeah, see, unlike last time when we were here and there was a huge festival going on, this time there is an election at the School of Magic between the lefty and the righty candidates, whatever that means.
Whatever that means. That probably doesn't mean anything.
They're busy fighting over the definitions of, like, traditional and original Komo cookies. So, anyway, that is going to be the source of about, like, 5 different side quests here in Komo. But thankfully, for right this second, we can ignore that bullshit.
like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what was the order of things. Because this whole thing reeks of they either try to make something that was, like, just, like, weirdly arbitrary and unimportant and accidentally turned it into an actual political commentary, or they tried writing a thing that was, like, gonna have shades of actual political commentary, and then they were like, wait, shit, this is getting too real. Let's try and tone it as far down as we can to make it not seem like anything. And I absolutely cannot wait to possibly find out which of those things is which. It's gonna be the best time.
Well, while we're here, we can buy a house of Sedna that's just for sale.
Okay.
And look, we even got some mail.
Dark Service Welfare Program. Are the Dark Service socialist?
I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a lot of caveats on that. Like, insurance for secret missions. What qualifies as a secret mission that you can get the Dark Service insurance for?
To claim your secret mission insurance, you just have to come up and tell us about your secret mission. Seems legit.
Anyway, we will get around to this on our way back, but we have been given our quest for rank 4 for the Colosseum, and is that we have to go have dinner with Mr. Paney. You know, the guy who was sponsoring the guys whose asses we kicked, and we're told not to.
Uh-huh. Okay. I fully accept that. There's nothing wrong with any of that. Yeah, this is going to turn into some kind of a train wreck.
Halt!
And the tension comes from the fact that I have absolutely no idea which of the two possible kinds of train wreck this will turn into.
No business here. We'll have to ask you to turn back.
Oh, I've come from Alfard on behalf of Quaestor Varus. My name is Sagi. I would be honored if I could have a moment of Her Grace, the Fairy Guide's time.
Ah, Master Sagi. We'd heard you were coming.
Forgive us for the misunderstanding. Let us escort you to the Queen. Right this way.
Well, that went suspiciously well.
Queen Corellia, we've brought the emissaries from Alfard.
Thank you. Welcome to Anue. You've come quite a long way to see me. What message is it you bear?
You know, I gotta say, it's
Grace,
definitely
I'd like to
a
speak with you about the
decision to
Empire's
use
attempts to
the
prolongate
exact
the
same
world.
sprite that she had in the first game for
Yes,
this.
of course.
I'm
Continue.
not sure if that implies that she just aged really fucking well, or what, but...
I know of your plight. Stories of pro-machination reached my
Yeah.
ears some time ago.
It's like one of those
You'll
things
help
where
us, Your
you're
Grace.
not sure how deliberate
Out of the
it
question.
is.
The people of Anue
Because, like,
are not
everybody
fond
else
of
has
conflict.
visibly aged
We
and
have always
changed.
stayed neutral and peaceful.
But
in
not
matters of foreign
Corellia.
policy.
She looks the exact
A
same.
tradition I intend to keep.
I know, if it's
And suppose
literally
the
only
market
her, then
vanguard
that
is
kind
already
of does
on your soil.
suggest that it's
You
deliberate.
think neutrality and that smug little grin will stop them?
I assure you, if pro-machination shows signs of spreading into Anue, I shall take the necessary action. However, as of yet, I've heard no such news. There's nothing more to discuss.
I understand, Your Grace. I'll explain your position to the Quaestor.
But, Saki?
What else can we do? Yeah. It's not like she's siding with Pro-Machination. Let's report to the Quaestor and see what he thinks.
Wait a minute, what the fuck is going on here? Saki
you
is being
just-
reasonable.
You wouldn't happen to be
What?
a spiritor.
What's happening?
Huh?
Something to
Me?
consider, the whole bit with
Yes,
the
Your
elephant
Grace.
in the last
I
video,
am.
that was also Sagi's idea.
Is that so?
He has taken firm control of the brain cell for this part of the game.
If you've no further business with me, then kindly leave. Tell Quaestor Varus I cannot be of help to him.
Yes, Your Grace.
Well, now I'm just thoroughly weirded out.
Sir, we weren't able to secure Queen Corellia's help. But she doesn't seem to be in support of Pro-Machination either.
Ever the pacifist, even now. All right. I suppose there's no point in pursuing the matter further. My guardian spirit has already cautioned me against pressuring the Fairy Guide. That concludes your mission. Good work. Return to Mintaka.
Yes, sir.
Orders to withdraw?
Yeah. Let's go back to the Hala Hala jungle. Repairs to the Spheda should be done by now.
Wow, I can't believe we actually got a completely clean outcome.
I was gonna say, this went surprisingly well. I mean, we didn't get the outcome that we were hoping for, but, you know, aside from the
Wait.
fact that we got literally shot down on the way in, we got in, we had our conversation,
As long
and
as
we
we're in Komo
are
Mine,
leaving.
Why don't we stop at the School of Magic?
You mean the school you went to?
That's the one. It's a repository for all the world's knowledge.
Or, you know, at least that would be the
Maybe
case
we
if we
could
weren't
learn
about
something
to be
that
dragged into
strange
some
world we
bullshit.
keep finding ourselves in.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, come on, like,
That's true.
really, can we not,
Wanna
like,
go take a look?
quit while we're ahead? This seems like a
Yeah.
kind of a quit while
Plus,
you're
I've
ahead
always wanted to see
situation.
what a school is like.
See, I know the plot context of all this with Sagi, but like the dialogue line is, oh, I've always wanted to see what a school is like, and like it's just too easy. Good work, Sagi. Literally never been to any kind of school. This explains so much. Yes, I know the plot context. Whatever. Still funny. Yeah, we know all this already. Because we played the last game. I mean the future game. I mean... Yeah, you know what, Professor? I think your students are not under nearly enough stress for being involved in a school system. I think we need to just literally just fire hose some stress in here. Get them really fired up and thinking that their lives are about to be ruined.
I mean, that's one option. But also consider that these guys are now a source of being literally so bored you fall asleep, and we can take that with us.
Definitely not going to be important later. I think it's kind of like the law. Anytime you're having like either if like there's ever a play getting performed in the background or like a class getting taught in the background that you see in its entirety, that it kind of has to be just going over the actual plot, or like the thematic plot at least, you know, the real plot. It's the law.
You know, I think it would be more interesting if we like walked into one of these classrooms and they were just like talking about something completely unrelated. Like tell us about the lava caves and all of that nonsense. I want to sit into that class that Millie apparently slept through.
Tell us the theories about the whole Magnus business and the fundamental essence. I want somebody to fucking commit to some kind of mechanics about how this works. Fucking explain to me the metaphysics of this setting, you cowards. Forget how do they eat, I want to know how do they conceptualize.
Anyway, to actually proceed from this point in the game, we have to talk to all 4 of those people that are sitting by books. There's 2 on this side and 2 on the other. But, you know, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, there's a vibe of setting up a big, complicated, whole, like, town-spanning exchange of sentiments here. Cool. This sounds safe.
I bet this guy gets great reviews.
The battle music is a nice touch. Now that's what I call grading on a curve.
It probably took you 2 years to pass the class because every time you get a question wrong, you get fucking summoned to the Shadow Realm.
I mean, it's an incentive. Cool. Not gonna ask about any of this? No? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Better just pretend we didn't see anything and walk away. Uh-huh. The hands are arrows to symbolize that time passes quickly, and the clock runs at like 10 times speed for no real reason at all. That doesn't symbolize anything, trust me, it's the aesthetics that symbolize the fast passage of time. Anyway, we are absolutely interfering with this election, aren't we?
Oh, 100% we are going to interfere with this election.
What if we reconceptualize a ballot as, like, the fundamental essence of voting? Then we can use bullshit metaphysics to change one ballot to another. What is with the phrasing of that dialogue choice? What, you want to learn? Wrong! I'm not here to fucking learn. Do I look like some kind of nerd?
To be clear, though, this is the spiritology professor. Yeah, professor. The spiritology professor. So, you know, we, as a spirit, are probably the most equipped to be like, nah, I'm good, brah. I got this.
Yeah, but we're still prompting Sagi to respond. And, like, to be fair, if there was one person in this cast who, like, is the most likely to be like, no, fuck this, I'm not here to learn, it would be him. But, anyway, look at these guys doing actual science in this setting. It takes some careful balancing to do that kind of thing.
I mean, to be clear, they are doing science with the fundamental essence of, like, rotting flesh. So,
I mean, I don't know. They still explicitly call it chemistry. You gotta wonder how much crossover there is. I mean, does a fundamental essence of a thing still come in moles? Like, can you do a reaction with fundamental essences? Like, how does this stuff work?
why do I run the Colosseum? Because I'm bored, and I want to see people fight for my amusement.
I mean, at least he's honest. Most of the pointlessly rich wouldn't admit that. Also, I don't see how any of this is really a scandal to anyone that matters, but yeah.
We're being blackmailed? Question mark?
Like, what just happened? Like, actual question.
What happened is that he's pointing out that he knows that we are not actually a combatant, and we got it from that one guy, like, way the fuck back in, like, video 5, who was too cowardly to actually go to the Colosseum.
Yeah, we're a fake combatant. We've never done any actual combat. Well, whatever. I'm pretty sure none of this actually matters. Like, seriously though, what? Never mind.
Like, that is required, though, by the way. Like, his quest to advance to rank 4 doesn't show up until you beat all of the rank 3 quests, including the one that he specifically told us not to beat because they were sponsored by Mr. Paney, so...
Yeah, but, like, it's a JRPG, so, like, when somebody tells you not to do a thing, you've got to do it. Like, it has to be done. They weren't really in the habit of being, like thematically, holistically, all things told, like, you're supposed to figure out not to do a thing. That's the kind of thing that they only reserve for, like, set-piece scenarios in the plot. It's kind of ironic, really. Like, Final Fantasy IV or 2, depending on how you count, was, like, famous for doing this thing where, like, hey, it's the only time when you end an encounter by not fighting. And they invented all that stuff. And then they just didn't continue applying it. It's tremendously ironic. feel like there's a whole wellspring of that kind of stuff in video games that you can get into. Probably a whole bunch of games that have actually done it that just aren't, you know, important games coming out of publishers that we've heard of. Video games is wild, man.
So, now that we've brought back a certain number of stuff to Sedna, there are people here. I'm not sure if that makes it better or worse.
Yeah, but I don't know how to feel about this whole conceit.
Like, we were already getting talked to by, like, the tables and the beds, and I'm not sure how to feel about now there being also people here.
Also, what the hell kind of way is this to ask for a number?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I also skipped the message, so...
Uh-huh.
Alright, well, fuck that.
Yeah. That appears to be absolutely insufferable. I feel like this is the kind of thing that is like, that's just being weirdly spiteful, even for the simpleness of it.
That's right, though it's not enough to simply rebuild the town. We also have to provide immigration papers for anyone who might be interested in joining.
Yeah, that's sane and normal. I have nothing to say to that. Just wow.
Fucking Soggy. Immigration expert now.